Okay, we here. Butcher Block, first episode. I'm Keon, one of the hosts. We got Will, we got DJ Cheech Beats.
What up, what up?
Episode 1 featuring my brother, Etwan Moore, 11-year NBA veteran, Indiana High School state champion.
Yes.
Butcher Block, what's up? What's up?
Academic All-American. Yes. Purdue University graduate.
Accolades on accolades.
Sir. So today we're going to touch on everything any and everybody want to know. That's what the Butcher Block going to do. Hip-hop, sports.
Hold on, you said anything? You ain't tell me anything. Hold on. You said a lot of stuff. You said anything? All right. Okay.
Anything. We'll give it to them
just how they want it.
Me knowing you since you was probably 7, 8 years old, growing up in East Chicago, the neighborhood you come from, how did that influence your game on the court?
Man, growing up in East Chicago, obviously, growing up on Guthrie, Harbor Side, man, just me seeing the people, come before me, even just guys in the neighborhood outside playing, going out there every day, seeing my brother friends, guys like you and, Marcus Jefferson and Chris Woods and them guys, and, I always looked up to y'all as a kid, as a shorty, and just even the playground, people that was outside, I'm just going out, seeing outside play every day, man, that inspired me so much. I'm taking that, going looking at them like, man, I want to hoop like them, I want to be like them one day. Obviously, I didn't know I was going to make it to the NBA. It's just the love of the game and just seeing the passion. That definitely had a major part of me, being successful and taking it as far as I could take it. And first of all, I always been outside too. I'm playing with older people all the time. They used to come and we playing 21, 31, they hit me, and I'm a little scrawny dude. And me fighting through that, I know that's from day one, that just made me tougher.
You think they helped you out in the long run?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That physical play coming up.
For sure. Just even the mental part of it, man. Like people just don't realize just that mental part of just going through a grind, like knowing like, if I go out here and play out here, somebody gonna hit me. Right, am I gonna get back up? Or am I gonna run in the house? You know what I'm saying?
I know firsthand them games. We was playing 31.
It
was
31 is a made up game.
It was absolutely
East Chicago shit.
Hold on, wait. Yeah, first of all, I gotta say 31. Was that made in Chicago? Everywhere else,
it's
everybody
21.
Say 21.
Chicago shit.
Everybody, other cities and stuff, they would always say 21. Yeah, but I don't care.
31 because if you could hoop, the guys that was hoopers, they could get 21, but the guys in jeans, they needed a little more time. So it's like we're gonna take 31.
Right.
Playing 31 on Guthrie. 83 building, it was absolutely no fouls. It couldn't call a foul.
Not at all.
So I think that's definitely gonna make it gladiator school. It's gonna make you tougher. It's gonna make the game tougher. Anywhere I played, I wasn't used to calling fouls. If the guy didn't give you the foul, it's like play through it.
Yeah, you sure.
Crazy.
I mean, you mentioned that 83 building. What do that building mean to you?
Man, it means a lot. Man, it means a lot. Man, I didn't had it engraved. People might not even know it, but on inside the wristbands and I had T-shirts. I had inside my shoes, everywhere. Every day. It stick with me. Just the hardship and just the toughness and the blue collarness. The growing up there that I just instilled in me. Even the people around. I tell people all the time, like, I definitely never forget nobody where I come from. Even the Powell family that was there. I'm out there with Joe Powell every day on the court playing.
Shout out to the Powell.
Yeah, the Powell, Keyjo, they got Keyjo, Ronte, all the whole Powell family.
Bunch of
they all my guys. Everybody I just grew up with. The Samuel family.
Everybody. Shout out the whole East Chicago.
Yeah,
for sure,
man, everybody.
Indeed.
So
like
that was just
for people who don't know. Like, of course, I know your background. Speak on the 83 building. That's a legendary building. When you think about the Harbor, you think about Guthrie, you got times where you had basketball tournaments in the court. You got times where you had 50 people just standing in the court, or even going to school. When you leave 7 in the morning, you got 30 dudes standing in front of the building already. So what made you see all of that, experience everything you experienced, and be like, I'm not going to go this route, which was the route that the majority of the people in the neighborhood went, and I'm going to go this route. I'm going to stay on the straight and narrow as far as academics, as far as being at practice early, staying late, working on my game? What drove you to go that route, which ultimately made you one of the most successful people in the history of our city?
Right, man. First of all, like you said, growing up, I saw some of everything. Shootings, killings, stabbings, obviously people with drugs, everything I done definitely saw. Not being there every day, you become numb to it. But just a support group that I had around me, like even the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? The neighborhood always stood behind me. I remember me even being around the older guys in the neighborhood, some of the guys that was like in the streets selling drugs and stuff. I'd be hanging out outside at nighttime, be like, nah, man, it's time you go in the house. Man, they was just shooting over there, man. Be like, you know what I'm saying? Look out. So just,
So
the way.
they saw something in you too.
Oh, yeah, probably more than, at the time that I saw it myself. I ain't know. I'm just going out there hooping, just having fun. But, you know what I'm saying? But the guys, they always looked out. That's something I'll never forget. That's why I always show so much love back. I try to come back and, throw camps, do Thanksgiving, toy drives, and that's something I'm gonna continue to keep doing for the rest of my life. As long as I'm alive, I always try to give back and try to inspire. Because I know without the people being around, I definitely wouldn't be able to be as successful. But man, after you seeing so much crazy stuff all the time, I'm like, man, what is it gonna be like to do something different? And, you see people on TV playing ball, doing this. I saw Jay-Z in front of in front of there. He went back to him like in the suit. I'm like, dang, he come from the hood and he made it out. Like, dang, maybe I can do it too. So, just all that. Definitely inspirational.
Now, do you, with you being successful, I know your family, obviously I know your neighborhood. Do you ever feel like some survivor's remorse, being the one that made it, being the one that everybody looked to?
Right.
If I got a problem, call each one.
Right.
Do you ever feel some guilt or feel like, man, how do you manage that? Because you always gonna have people who say, he ain't doing enough.
Right.
He ain't did enough for this person, he ain't doing enough for, but obviously with you being a man with your own family, your own circle, your own problems, bills, whatever, how do you manage that? Do you ever feel like, man, I wish I could have just been regular,
Right. No, me, I look at it the opposite way. Man, I feel like I was definitely put here for a reason. Like, man, everybody's successful for a reason. And if I wasn't mentally strong enough to handle it, I don't think I'd be in the situation. But that's one thing I always pride myself on, mental toughness. So I'm like, man, you here for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Chose you to be a leader, chose you to be the one that's, you know what I'm saying, that stand up and go through hard times. So
Because with success, everybody ain't gonna like your success. Everybody not gonna like you. You just gotta be big enough to poke your chest out and take it.
For sure, but you can't make it. It's impossible to make everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I learned. But like you said, the first question, survivor's remorse. Oh yeah, for sure. Man, I always said if I had $200 million in the bank, I get 100 of it away and keep the other 100. I wouldn't care. It's enough for everybody to come out here and be successful. So. No, I definitely all the time. I'm like, man, what can I do to get back? What can I do to help? What can I do? I'm always thinking that. So that's something that's always been in the back of my mind. But trying to make everybody happy, it's just impossible. You can't drive yourself crazy at the same time. Like you said, I got my own responsibilities, family. I got my daughter. She plays softball. Just try to give back as much as you can. As long as you're doing the right thing. As long as you stand solid, stand 100. That's all you can do. That's all I say. As long as I stay solid, stay 10 toes down, you know what I'm saying, and everything else gonna work itself out.
So just to fast forward a little bit, 2007, man, you did something along with your teammates that hadn't been done in this city in a long time. Can you describe that that state title run in 2007? Describe the feeling y'all had around the team. Feeling that was around the city, just that whole run in general.
I was there.
It ended at Conseco against Eric Gordon.
I was there.
North Central. How was that run? What that feel like?
Man, that run was crazy. So, man, it's crazy. 'Cause I be telling my NBA teammates now that's successful, all-stars, superstars, and I be like, man, ain't nothing like our basketball that we the head. Like in my city where I'm from, like man, Friday night, everything shut down. Everybody going to the games. It's going up. It's going crazy. Man, but that run was just sick. Obviously our team was loaded. We probably had like probably like 4 guys that really made it to D1.
Right,
probably
right.
if guys had grades and shit, we probably could have about. Probably could have had like 7
6,
dudes
yeah,
that could have made it D1. Yeah, man, we
sure.
was stacked. But that just come from too. I think it just come from the roots. Like when we was younger, like all us playing with each other.
Right.
Since we've been in elementary school, we hooping outside together. The East Chicago Biddy Ball League, like I said, we had the Boys and Girls Club with it. We had the Penn Center
So
with
they
it.
had
We
a
had
lot of
Clemente.
camaraderie.
Yeah, so we had camaraderie since we've been younger.
Yeah.
You know, so it's almost like we was almost like distant cousins.
Sure.
So coming to hoop wasn't nothing, especially us. It's like, man, it's just us against everybody. Like, man, our brotherhood, like, we going everywhere. Like, we want to go lay it to them. So, man, but it was crazy, man. That whole run, just starting even from the sectionals, we playing against Monster, close game. It's going crazy. It's packed in there.
Every game. I was at every game.
Man,
Hackett,
it's packed.
bro.
How much I gym
amazing.
fit? 8,000?
Something like
7,
that.
8? Man, it's crazy. Like, if you can't get up for that, then it's like,
Yeah.
man, you definitely can't hoop. So I tell people sometimes too, I'm like, man, my favorite time playing basketball might have been when I was in high school.
Sure.
And I'd have made it to the NBA Finals, but
Yeah.
man, it was crazy.
For sure.
Cause I remember you coming off an ankle injury, and it was like
Oh,
Eric
yeah.
Gordon. People looked at him like,
He had 50 on us too, though.
Yeah, I was at that game.
Yeah.
In North Central.
Eric Gordon.
He was like a myth almost.
Yeah, I was
Eric Gordon. He was a for sure NBA prospect.
But hold on, let me tell you.
I think Mike was.
He could have went to the NBA probably like out of 10th grade.
Yeah,
For sure.
I mean, he was built.
He
He
had
had
the body
strong,
for it.
muscular, you know what I'm
Strong.
saying? But
Right.
it was like all we had was a hope, and you was our hope. Like, man, smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I remember, man, when the game was winding down, it was over, and the whole crowd standing up, and y'all dribbling. That was just a classic moment
Yeah.
in East Chicago
whole city.
history.
For sure.
Yeah, man, it was just dope. You know, just giving our city some pride, giving us something to cheer for. Like you said, giving us hope. Man, it was crazy because, as you know, there's been violence in certain sides of towns. You know, Harvard and I just came in like not liking each other, but that was one time that
Everybody.
man, I
Everybody was
saw
together.
for a couple months that I never saw no fights, no arguments, I never saw no beef. Like it was just like unity in one. And
That's
everybody-
one thing about East Chicago. I mean, we might beef amongst each other, but we go somewhere now
Absolutely.
anyway. We
Right.
together.
All
man.
together.
Oh yeah.
Because that night we partied amongst each other like.
Sure. all the
Right, like everybody love each
ball.
other. But yeah, man, it's like you said, anywhere we go, you know what I'm saying, it's unity. You know what I'm saying, it's love. So, you know, just that run, just bringing everybody together was crazy. And the stories after, so obviously I'm playing, so I'm hearing stories like, man, I'm outside and something crazy. I saw your auntie and she gave me an extra ticket to get in the game. Just all this stuff, all that around it, just, you know what I'm saying, made it even better. And just, you know what I'm saying.
It created like lifetime memories.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So just before we leave the high school era, you know, it was a clip floating where D Rose talked about AAU game with
Right.
y'all
Oh, yeah.
played. He said the team that you played on was just super grimy. Like, do you remember that game?
Man, I remember the first time we met. It was crazy. This actually was before high school.
Okay.
Man, we was in 8th grade.
I heard y'all used to work out together.
Yeah, and we used to work out together. Man, it's crazy. We in 8th grade, and at the time, obviously, I'm one of the best in the area. I'm doing my thing. I'm balling, and shit. I come going to this gym. I think we had somewhere in Chicago. I forgot the school gym, upstairs gym. We youngest age group, one of the youngest age group players. I see somebody down there taking off from the free throw line. I'm like, what the?
8th grade.
Like, 8th grade, down there from the free throw line. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, where they from? I'm like, they can't be our age group. I'm like, what the hell? They in high school?
Bro.
And I'm coming to the rim, and I'm down almost getting my little fingertip, like, little dunk, like, down there touching the rim. And I'm so we geek. We super geek. Got me and my squad. And then, man, we see him down there taking off. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is that? And then he see us, and we doing our little finger grades, and they ain't never even saw nobody else that did that. So they're looking like, who's these dudes? You know what I'm saying? They, you know, we come from the neighborhood, people hooping in forces, and you know what I'm saying? A couple people ain't got no jerseys, people just got their name rolling in the back. You know what I'm saying? But man, but we went at it though. That's the first time. You know what I'm saying? I was giving them buckets, we was going back and forth, and man, that's when we had respect. Ever since that day one, like, damn, like, man, you nice.
He
Like,
showed
we never saw nobody.
respect. He showed respect. That's what's up.
Every time. So we've been cool ever since. We've been, man, we was only probably about 12, 13 at the time. So,
Right.
Man, one way back.
I didn't met.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
How is you and Eric Gordon's relationship? Because I noticed a couple times y'all played like during the season. It got kind of chippy out there. I'm like, is he still tripping about that motherfucking high school championship shit, man? I'm like, what fam on?
Yeah, he's still mad about that. He ain't got over it.
I
talked to him a couple times
about
it. I talked to him. I was like, yeah.
I didn't like that shit.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you know, you can't fuck with us in Chicago.
Hell no.
You know, I get to pop my shit.
I tell him hold that L.
Yeah, I gotta let pop my shit when I can. But nah, he pretty cool though, man. Yeah, we got cool over the years and always small basketball world seeing each other. Even though in college, even Indiana, Purdue, but you know what I'm saying, it's basketball world small, so we're competitive. I mean, anytime we step on that line, we see each other.
It got heated. I was like, damn, he's still tripping.
I'm coming in. Yeah, but nah, man, we actually pretty cool. We actually pretty good friends. But anytime we step on that lines though. You know, especially when it's somebody that you know, it make it even worse.
History.
It make it even worse. Like they ain't gonna tell you, but when I used to hoop against them outside, they used to rough me up.
I'm sure.
I ain't even gonna go back outside. I'm gonna even go on my college. We playing 31. We're coming. Watch out. You know what I'm saying?
Little nigga.
But I like that
so
brotherly
I deserve
love.
a percentage of that.
What's my percentage?
I'm gonna contact my lawyer.
Yeah. It's your sensei.
But yeah, man, even playing with these guys, like growing up, they was older than me, but we be outside playing, and you know, anytime you playing against somebody you know, it's always intensifying a lot more. But it's always fun and all love.
Yeah, East Chicago a basketball city, so if you in the loop, you always know who next, who up and coming, who got it. Who ain't got the grades? Who he got it, but he in the streets.
Right.
And it was like always, man. These L brothers, Smooth.
Right.
Man, I saw him play against Franklin. I saw him like, man, he the one.
Straight up.
So since that, and when we really saw it was like, man, yeah, he got a real chance to be, you know, take it farther than any of us did. And of course, everything had to go right for it to happen. So of course, we're gonna always be behind you and support you because I mean, you come from us. You like people who don't know you the way I know you.
Right.
They might have preconceived notions of feel like, oh, he's the typical NBA guy. Each one more after the 4-year, $32 million contract. Literally, we chilling. Spent the night, slept on my grandma couch in the hood. Could have went and got any 5-star hotel, but it's just this where you comfortable at, this where you come from, this where the love at, and you know, this who I always knew.
Right.
So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who don't know you, the humility and how humble you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah, man. Like I say, man, here in East Chicago, and the whole 219. You know, I just spent a lot of time in Gary as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's always gonna be home, always gonna be love.
Don't forget about Hammond, bro.
Oh yeah, Hammond. I got a lot of love in Hammond. That's why I say the whole 219. I know I always show love.
Man,
everybody always come support.
We be having 17 years in a row.
Start that shit, man.
We be showing 17
Start that
years
shit.
in a row, man.
Will.
You know,
All I know is since I moved back in 2018, y'all ain't beat us. That includes the alumni game. My bad, move the shit out the way. That includes the alumni game and every game at their after.
Focus more academics. We're trying to get our academics.
It's academics, right?
Talking about, man. Hey,
Hey,
the day of the Geechee is over, nigga.
Y'all recruiting though, man. Y'all cheating.
Right.
Y'all getting all them
Chicago
Illinois, all them
shit.
Chicago people from across the line.
Do you have pride in Chicago?
They ain't got no
I
transcripts.
know. I grew up with a lot of them kids' parents, so no, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Frazier Brothers and Equine.
Nah, Hammond always had some hoopers, man.
4 straight.
My years before me. Boy, yeah, you know.
Come on.
Even
Shout out to
Tyree
Tease.
Pierce, even though
Come
he's
on,
from
man.
Chicago.
Tyree from EC.
Yeah, I know.
He
Y'all
came.
stole
He
them
came
too.
to the. Yeah, he came to Hammond.
Shout out
Boy, yeah,
Tease.
Tease.
Shout out Jermaine. Shout out
Love the
Keith.
three amigos. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
y'all had
all
hoopers.
of them.
Y'all had hoopers, but it was never nothing that.
It was
You know,
like bro,
we it was like we never looked. It was never
the shit,
rivalry.
man.
He said never.
Man,
It wasn't a rivalry.
Hey, edit this part out, man. Fuck this shit.
Maybe
It wasn't a rivalry.
I mean, Gary Westside
Westside was a rivalry.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
we
a
had to go
rivalry.
home and get some sleep. But
Okay.
Hammond, it was like, yeah, we can hang out a little bit. We might be in by 8, but
Yeah.
you know.
And we'd go party and Hammond at the roller dome.
Oh, yeah.
We'd go beat Charlie Hammond. You know what I'm saying?
Next
It was
question.
fun.
Next question. Next question.
So what went into your decision to attend Purdue? What stood out with Purdue over all the other colleges in their recruitment process?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I had a lot of schools. It's crazy. I got my first scholarship offer my freshman year. Like I said, I'm come from hooping outside in the neighborhood, having fun. We playing 31, and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And I know I can take it that far.
Real.
And I'm looking at games on TV like, dang, they Division I. Like, dang, they nice. I wish I can go there one day.
Right.
And my freshman year, I got my first offer from Iowa.
Man, that's a big team.
Yeah,
Freshman year.
Yeah. And then Purdue actually was my second offer. And I'm like, dang, y'all want me? Damn, I'm good enough. Like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was a surprise. And they like, hey, yeah, you good enough.
Yeah.
So after that, obviously, finished at my highest ranking in high school, like 22. Lowest, like 37, something, somewhere up in that range. If I ain't go to Purdue, my other second school was probably Tennessee. Bruce Pearl at the time was there. Yeah, Tennessee was my favorite. I like the way they played fast. They was getting up and down, scrappy. A whole bunch of dudes that look like me too. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I was like, man, I like that. But Purdue, it just, you know what I'm saying? The coaching staff, first of all, they was pretty cool. I know they was rocking with me. They had came out some losing seasons. I'm like, I want to go somewhere I can get a chance to rock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They came from losing, and my teammates, I'm like, okay, that's so they can hoop too. I mean, the guys that came in with me, I knew they was gonna be nice. So I'm like, shit, I get a chance to rock, and I think we're gonna get a chance to be solid. You know what I'm saying? That was it.
Part of the decision, that whole Indiana movement with you and Robbie and
Scott, that was huge.
That was
huge. It was crazy because it was like 3 different schools, like Illinois and Indiana was looking at all of us.
They wanted all of y'all.
And I was talking to all 3. I was talking to all 3 of them, the other 3 guys. And I'm like, hey, Scott, man, we should all go play together. They're like, yeah, what y'all gonna do? I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna take a couple of visits and we're gonna see what's up. And before, like, even like 3 months before I committed to Purdue, I told like, bro, I think we all should go to Purdue and be like, well, we'll get a chance to hoop. So I was, you know what I'm saying, I was always in contact, and that's how that came about.
Yo, that's what's up, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, in your time at Purdue, was it like a specific game? Was it a specific moment where you thought like, I can go to the next level? Like, you know what? Yeah, like at the time, like you thought like, I'm ready. Like I feel like I can make this league thing happen.
Yeah, it's crazy. It wasn't really a game. It's crazy because one of my craziest games was my freshman year at Purdue. I had like 21 straight.
Man.
Yeah, I had 21 straight buckets. And what's crazy, the Black Cat was there. Mike was there. His son was a freshman on the team. Man, he there in the crowd. So it was my first time seeing Mike.
Yeah.
What they call it, Black Jeezy over there sitting there. Man, black ball hair sitting like
J-Ball.
Like Mike in the building, like damn, like crazy, like Mike in the building. So it's a little story behind that too. So before that, they had a dude named Chester Frazier who was like all Big Ten defensive player.
Your cousin?
Man.
Yeah.
So I say it's his cousin. That's what it was.
Well,
That's his cousin.
Not if
What's
you
up,
got
Chester?
smoked. That ain't cuz.
Nah, let me tell you the story. What happened? So only my teammates know, but a lot of other people don't know it though. So
We got exclusive.
So what's crazy is, man, we coming out. You know, they introduce everybody in college, and then like 2 guys come and shake hands and get dap or whatever. We come out, and you know, I go to shake his hand. He shake my hand. And he gave me a shoulder bump, like and like the introduction, like boom, hit me right in the chest, like.
Oh, that's what you want?
Yeah, like let nigga get out of here. That's how he hit me in the chest, and I got man, I'm ready to square. I'm like,
Ain't no as you on, man.
yeah, I'm saying that's when
homicide came out.
That's when 83. I'm like, what's up? I'm like
homicide.
man, we was outside, like it'd have been a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like man, it'd have been a. But I can't, cause he kind of like ran. I kind of did it and then like walked off. So like I would have to like chase him, and also I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get you back.
Yeah.
So that game, I was just heated the whole time. I'm just heated, like man, I want to get my get back. You know what I'm saying? Whole time just heated, like I want to get my get back. Like he didn't shoulder check me.
So we gotta thank Chester Frazier. Thank you, Chester.
Man,
Chester, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. So the first half we down like 8. First half we down like 8. Man, I come out the second half, I hit 21 straight. 21 straight.
That's
and we ended up winning, and they top 25. So, you know what I'm saying? That game was crazy. And Mike was there, and it was crazy. So when I went to like some pre-draft workouts, I went to Charlotte for a workout, and I'm in there, coaches in there. The next thing you know, like halfway through the workout, Mike coming at, He like,
Yeah, big jeans on.
Big jeans.
you know what he did with the hoop on one side, with the hoop on one side.
Come on, man.
And he
Don't do
coming
Mike like
and-
that.
Don't do money.
Mike famous for the boot cut.
Don't do money, man. Don't do money.
Old school. And he come, he like, oh, E, what up, man? Man, I ain't seen you selling on. I'm like, damn.
Wow.
Like, he remember
Remember that
That was
game.
crazy. I grew up to watching this man on TV, on channel. I ain't even had cable on Guthrie. So it's good. So now even having cable on every channel 9, watching him every night. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
To him, like knowing your name, that shit was crazy.
Damn,
that shit was crazy.
Salute.
Yeah,
Salute.
so what did
But get back to your question. I ain't even answer your question. I probably knew I had a chance to go to the league. It was probably like after my sophomore year. It wasn't really like a game, but as I started seeing other people go to the league and I was playing against
them.
I'm like, damn, we can go to the league. I think I'm good enough. Like, dang, they can do it. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm just as good as them. And after that, I just like took it crazy serious. Then took it to another level. I had to start training, start preparing like I'm a pro.
Right.
That's one thing. Kazo Martin, coach, he's always say, he said, man, you gotta be a pro before you make it to a pro. You can't wait till you get there. So I'm saying I started eating right, started working out, started lifting weights,
and stuff. Yeah.
started working out on my own, staying at the gym 12, 1 at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to
Getting
Conso.
it in.
Right.
It's my big cuz too, by the way.
What did that 38-point game feel like against Ohio State? They was number 2 at the time.
Oh,
I
that
think
was
y'all
sick.
was like number 11.
Oh, yeah.
I think you hit maybe
That
like
was
7,
sick.
8 threes.
That was crazy.
Yes. Yeah,
Very
it was
thorough.
prime
At the
time.
butcher block.
I remember
That was
watching
crazy.
that. I remember
Very
watching
thorough.
that game just going crazy. Like, yo,
That
bro,
was-
going crazy out
That
here
was
on
crazy.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Because
38.
too, Purdue was never really known for their offense.
Right.
Right.
Rugged.
Just seeing, you know what I'm saying, you always been hella efficient. So
Right.
it's like you wasn't shooting the ball 40 times, but
Right.
to put up them type of numbers in that
Yeah.
offense
Yeah, in that system.
was definitely crazy.
Right.
Oh, yeah, man, that game, man, first of all, it was college game day.
It was. I remember it was
Man,
crazy.
college game. Remember Erin Andrews used to do it?
Yeah.
College game day, she used to be the face of it. You look at her like, oh, Erin Andrews is crazy. They going crazy. All the people around her going crazy. We knew we was about to have a TV game that night. So just the whole buzz like around it, like, man, like if you couldn't get up for it, like something was wrong, like you shouldn't be hooping like once again, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I remember we come from class. I'm in college and people following us from class and shit. Like we superstars, so like, man, y'all playing on TV tonight and they taking pictures of it. I'm like, man, it was crazy. Like we was rock stars in college. So just that whole day just going into it. TV game, my last year, like man, I gotta go ball out. Playing against number 2 Ohio State. Man, it was crazy. And I get out there, you know what I'm saying? Just get out of them lights, you know. Some people don't like it, but for me, man, I never been afraid of the moment. Like I say, shit, I come from hard times, so even before the game, this is something somebody else don't know either. Like even before every game, even like starting in college, you know, I will always give a shout out to the 83 Guthrie. We doing a national anthem. I say my prayer, and next thing I look up in the banners, I be like, man, these people here for us. I'm like, man, if I can make it come from East Chicago, 83 Guthrie, every single game, I look up to the sky, and I say that, like, man, if I can make it from there, shit, I belong here. And so, shit.
That's crazy.
So once I get out there, man, it's easy. That's work.
Right.
I mean, it's easy work. So, man, I just go out
Been
there,
put
have
in
fun.
already.
Yeah, and it's crazy. So, man, how that game at that time was special.
Going from college to the NBA,
Right.
what was kind of like easy for you and what was like most difficult, you know, in that whole learning curve,
Right.
coming from high level college to now you in the best, you know, basketball in
Right.
the world, top of the league.
Yeah, see, one thing about me, I'm always been cerebral. I'm always 2 steps ahead. I'm always a thinker. I mean, obviously, I was a decent athlete, but I wasn't the fastest or the strongest. You know what I'm saying? But me, always out thinking people. So, you know, the mental part of it, I think being ready for that by going 4 years of college, and then with Coach Painter, like our college practices were way harder than the NBA practices.
For real?
What? Man, crazy.
Yeah.
Man, we had
That's
to run
crazy.
miles. We had to run stairs. We had to lifting crazy weights.
Yeah.
Like we ended up about to fight every day. Like it was crazy. Like our practices.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's our whole squad. Hey, man, it was crazy. Like every single day, it was like it was a battle. You know, Big Ten's always bred on toughness. So, man, coming from that, like I was already ready for the NBA.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really that difficult. My first year, it wasn't really that difficult. Just had to be a student. My first year, I'm playing with Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? I make it. I got Rondo, Ray Allen, all them, Keon Doolin. Every day I'm under these guys. I'm asking them questions. I used to Rondo, like, we used to go to the gym and do passing drills for hours, just only passing. And he taught me how to make every pass that it was in the league. And we just, for hours, just straight, just all passing.
That's actually where I wanted to go next. You got a little that's why I wanted to go next. You know, like, obviously, okay, you get drafted.
But that just helped me, though. Yeah. Just, you know what I'm saying, going into that situation and just being a student of the game, that just kind of helped. You know what I'm saying? Difficult part, I don't know. I feel like the NBA for me, once I got there, it wasn't really that difficult because I was always a student. Like I say, I went to a veteran team, so I was taught everything my first year. Right. You know, and so I played here and there, so I had to learn so much. So after that, I left there. Like if I could play here in Boston, shit, everywhere else easy.
So you played going into your rookie year. You went number 55.
Yeah. You
went to Boston. This is a championship team. So you went into playing with Ray Allen, KG, Rondo.
Crazy.
Was Jermaine O'Neal on that team?
Jermaine O'Neal.
So you probably playing with 3-4, Hall of Famers, a couple other borderline Hall of Famers. Crazy. Like, what was that like as what were you, 22, 23?
22.
22? What was that like as a 22-year-old going into that culture?
Man, it was crazy. It's even when I got drafted, before going there, I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying, going through your head, like, man, what I'm gonna do? Like, when I get in the locker room, what I'm gonna say, what they gonna be like? They gonna look at me like, oh, crazy, you know what I'm saying? You think about all that. You like, man, these superstars, they done made hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, I come from college, I got probably $800 in my bank account. No, I got $800 in my bank account to come around all these millionaires. I'm like, man, this is what it's gonna be like. You know, so you got all these thoughts going through your head. But then at the end of the day, I'm like, man, forget it. I'm just gonna be me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hopefully they like me. But man, going in there, it's crazy. So the first day I go into the locker room, it just broke the ice, man. First day I go in there, everybody sitting there and they chilling. And I'm introducing myself like, hey, what's up? My name Etwan. Got the KG, like, my name Etwan Moore, nice to meet you. He like, E.T., man, I know who your ass is, nigga. I watch your ass play on TV and shit. Hey, come on, nigga, you good. I saw y'all balling and shit. And after that broke the ice. I'm like, damn, he like somebody from Chicago. Hold on. Hold on. He like one of my cousins or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? So, man, just after that, it just broke the ice. They just let me know that, you know what I'm saying, that they just like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, they just like me. And ever since day one, it was all love, you know what I'm saying, from everybody.
But coming from that Boston situation, I think, what was that, your second year was the lockout?
Nah, before I went there, it was a lockout.
Okay, yeah. So it wasn't the easiest road. You come from the lockout, you go to Boston.
Nah, I went to Italy before I went to Boston because it was a lockout. Like I said, I had $800. I had to make some money. So I had $800, so I got to make some money.
It wasn't always smooth, but it was like, boom, Italy, Boston. That situation didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Where you go? End up Houston?
Yeah, I got traded to Houston. Houston waived me, and I ended up signing in Orlando.
Yep, for a couple years. You end up in Chicago.
Yep.
You home. You got to deal with everything that come with being home.
Oh, yeah,
but
for sure.
It was a time, you probably don't know this, but Bet, your wife reached out to me. She like, what do you get a man that has it all for his birthday?
Oh,
I'm like, it was a shot in Chicago. Paul Gasol, game winner. Paul Gasol grab you.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like you got to play a lot. There was a lot of injuries, and that almost secured the deal with New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
So what was that feeling like? Being at home, hitting the game winner, getting a major deal, a life-changing deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When your NBA career, it didn't start off ideal or perfect. You wasn't like a top 10 pick who had nothing given to you.
Right.
Grinding all the way to finally being like, man, this is what I always dreamed of.
Man, it's crazy.
That shot, that was OKC.
Yeah. Man, so it's crazy. So, man, just first of all, just even playing in Chicago for the Bulls. Like I say, I'm coming from every day on TV, not having cables. It's the only team I'm seeing every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing them play, winning the championships, like looking up to that, like, man, you got to be lucky, like, to make it to the NBA. Like, man, like, who does that? I knew nobody personally that made it to the league. So just even putting that jersey on was just crazy. Like, man, I'm walking out the tunnel to the introduction song, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking around, seeing if I know people, you know what I'm saying? Being at home, man, it was just crazy. It was just exciting. Like I say, ain't nothing like, you know what I'm saying, playing in front of your own people. So every night I'm getting up. Every night I'm on 10. Every game, I'm like, man, they can see me. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like when I was playing in Orlando before that, they might not see me because if it ain't every game ain't on local channel, if it ain't on national TV, they ain't gonna see me. But here, every game is on TV where everybody here can see me. So I'm like every night, like man, I gotta make sure I'm on point, But man, it was just crazy that whole run, and then my teammates there in Chicago, I had some Hall of Famers there, Paul Gasol, like you said, D Rose again. Like I said, we know each other since we've been young, and Jimmy Butler. We actually did some pre-draft workouts and stuff like that. And we was kicking it, so they was happy to see it. Like, oh man, you please come join us, and man, so it was all love. But man, just hitting that shot was crazy. Like that shot probably changed my life, honestly. Yeah. If it wasn't for that shot, I mean, I don't get the deal in New Orleans, so it's crazy. I didn't even know
it was drawn up like that.
No. So what happened was, we down. We down. We actually was only down 1. We didn't even need a 3. We only down 1, so the play was to go to the Paul Gasol in the post.
Harborside got the money though.
Yeah, we throwing it to him. We throwing it to him in the post. And they just come in Russ on me, and he ain't paying attention. He just, you know what I'm saying? You know, Russ. Russ be out there sometime. He went to go try to double, and Powell's kicked it to him. All right. Easy money, cash, and it went up. It went crazy, man. Everybody, like, everywhere I go, like, I can be in California, somebody like, man, I remember you played for the Bulls. I can be in New York, oh man, I remember you hit that shot on the Bulls. Everywhere, people was going crazy. And what's crazy about that shot too, the next night we had a back-to-back. The next night we go to play in San Antonio, and both Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, I was starting. He on the court. He said, man, I saw that game. Good shot last night, man. I was so happy for you. Yeah, and I'm like, man, I used to look. I'm like, what? Crazy. Yeah. Came up to me like, good shot.
That's good shit.
And then I saw Tim Duncan later. He like, keep doing your thing, young fella. I'm like, like, man, I saw you. Like, I see you. I'm like, damn, it's crazy. These Hall of Fame people I done grew up like watching, and they know who I am, and they showing me love.
So is the NBA crazy. Generally like that? Like guys show love, or is it like brotherhood, or is it like super competitive, or like guys usually do that, like reach out?
I would say, especially like nowadays, man, I would say it's definitely more of a brotherhood. Mostly a lot of guys like reach out. I mean, obviously you got your few, but majority, man, everywhere you see each other, if it's out, if you at a club, you at a restaurant, mostly everybody come and kind of show greet each other. It's all like a fraternity. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's only 400 and probably like 75 players, so it's like, you know, it's small. You know everybody, and you see these people over and over. Think about it, I played 11 years. I'm seeing these people. Like right now, I'm working out in Florida and Kemba Walker. Like we ain't never kicked it before. Right. But man, we working out at the gym together right now.
But y'all was both 2011, right?
Yeah, we both 2011.
Same draft class.
Yeah, but we ain't never kicked it outside the basketball court. And we talking every day like we've been knowing each other for years because we seeing each other every day. So it just show you what I'm saying, love. That's everybody. Most of the people show, you know.
That's what's up. So I mean,
that Bulls run. Let me get back to that Bulls run too. So crazy. How I got to New Orleans. They were like a 8 seed. They was like on a bubble with OKC. So when I hit that shot, it helped them go into the playoffs and they eliminated OKC. So free agency came, and the dude he said first thing in the morning, he said, man, I'm catching 6 o'clock flight. I'm coming to Chicago to see you. And kept their word. 6, 7 in the morning. Who was that? First offer I hit, Dale Demps, the GM of New Orleans. Yeah, man. 7 o'clock in the morning, they flew to Chicago. They offered me something at first. They offered me something a little lower. They offered me like 20-something or something like that. And then my agent like, nah, we need more. And then, about like 8 o'clock that night, came to agreement. It was crazy.
I remember, man.
I made it off that shot. You know, so I would have never got that deal.
For sure, that was we kicked it hard that night.
We went crazy.
We kicked it crazy that night.
Yeah, that's one thing people don't know. Like, man, we have fun too. They always see you serious that time.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, got to, man. If you work hard, that's always been my motto, man. If you work 80%, then you can play 20%. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, your 30th birthday was lit too, though. By the way, I'm just.
Down in New Orleans. DJ Cheech on the ones and twos. What's up, baby? What it do? Hey, Cheech Beats, what it do? I say, hey.
Shout out, Cheech.
No doubt.
Cheech,
No
hey,
doubt. That was a hell of a
Cheech
on the
Beats.
merch.
That was a hell of a weekend.
Cheech Beats.
I appreciate the love, bro. You
Hey,
showed me.
man, he came through, man. New Orleans, my birthday party, man. It was up, man. My whole teammates. Mama Rondo, when he on my team, he came and kicked it with us.
Yeah.
Man, everybody
That
was
was
lit.
another
was a good
thing
night.
we put together behind the scenes because it was a surprise, supposedly. But then you seen us all at
Oh,
the game.
yeah. I saw everybody at the game trying to
Wait
get
a
a surprise party, man. I'm like, hold on, what y'all doing here? Man, y'all ain't just kidding. I don't live in New Orleans now. Hold up.
Yeah, what's going on?
But yeah,
Yeah,
it was epic time.
I know, man. We had a good time all the time in New Orleans with you know, all your teammates' family. But it's a guy by the name of Fat Man,
Oh,
aka Anthony Davis. Hung out with his pops, his
nickname.
moms, his family. He was at the party with us.
oh yeah.
It's a real one.
They if you could spot out anything LA needs right now, they would say shooters.
Oh yeah.
You healthy,
Oh
free
yeah.
agent.
Oh yeah. I'm
I
healthy.
would say
Hey.
you a shooter.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I'm definitely a shooter. I mean, that's one
Hey.
thing. If I can't do nothing else, I'm gonna make some shots.
Not to call out nobody, but I see a lot of corner threes being brick.
I say a lot.
Hey. We insert each one more over there right now.
It could change a lot of
We
shit.
get you 6 threes a game. How many do you hit?
I'm hitting at least half. I'm hitting at least 3. That's 50%.
50%.
Yeah. The highest person in the NBA probably shooting like 47, 48. I can hit 50%. I'm getting
Hey.
I can hit 50% easily.
Hey, LA.
LA.
Yeah. Hey man.
Y'all
Hey.
tired of being the topic of conversation on Undisputed?
Come on, man.
Hey.
Hey, tell her LA, I'm ready. Hey, tell her, hey, I'm ready,
Hey,
man.
let's go.
Who won't
Bring
want
the
to
team.
play out there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Help
I
them
mean,
guys out.
With us being on LA though, you know, I like to switch it to Kobe, man. What was it like playing with Kobe, playing against him? What
Right.
was those moments like?
That picture
Man.
iconic too.
Oh man, that's
Yeah,
just
Kobe
crazy.
shaking up.
Yeah, what was
Crazy.
that
For
like?
the game.
Man, it was crazy. Like I said, once again, icon. I always looked up to him. It's crazy. I'm growing up in East Chicago. Elwin Spates, he used to call me Kobe. Because when Kobe had the fro,
little fro.
I used to have a little fro. Then he had cut it. Then I had cut it. He used to call me Kobe. Like, hey, Kobe. He used to call me that when I was younger. I'm probably like 6th grade or something like that.
Yeah.
And man, Kobe, like you said, he a legend. You know what I'm saying? Man, so playing against him was crazy. Like, he the only person I would say that I probably got like starstruck
Yeah.
seeing. Yeah, I done been, like I said, I go to Boston. I got all these Hall of Famers, so I'm like, yeah. So everybody else, I'm saying, like, oh, that's such. I'm with these, the top guns every day. When I saw Kobe, it was different. Yeah. Like, man, he like came in the jump. I just sat the whole time pregame, just watched him like he's shooting, just his whole swag, like walking in. You know, he got the little strut, chewing him some gum. I was watching him just shoot, like his whole aura, like you could just tell, like he was different. Know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like he was just about business. Like, his swag was crazy. So man, play against him, getting to guard him. Yeah. Like man, it was. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was just iconic. Something that I'm definitely.
Them used to be the most of the moments where I just used to be amazed. Like I'm looking like,
Yeah.
man,
That's my man.
you know, I just stopped by.
Right, like we
y'all
chilling at
apartment. It's still over
Our
there to
crib.
an apartment. I see the whole growth from like now I watch TV like my man guarding Kobe. Like,
Right.
That's crazy. Like
Man, I know it's something that don't happen every day. Especially
Yeah,
like I
for
said,
sure.
we knew nobody personally growing up that played in the NBA. So to have somebody to be in it,
Right.
it's just like
and somebody
man,
that was like, you know, on your
Right.
level of humbleness. Like it never was. You the
Yeah.
same dude today that you was back then. So I mean,
Yeah.
how did you know like his death like hit you?
Man, it was crazy. Man, I'm never an emotional guy.
Right.
Like my family probably saw me cry a couple times
Yeah.
ever probably in life. But that was one time where I probably like probably shed a tear for sure.
Yeah.
Then for him to die with his daughter too. You know what I'm saying? And I got a daughter and she plays sports too, so I'm like, man, like that just hit home. Because he just seems so surreal. Like some people just seem like they like immortal.
For
you know what
sure.
I'm saying? Like
For
him,
sure.
Mike. Like it's just some
Yeah,
people
like,
just say like they're
never
never
supposed
gonna
to be,
die.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to see that tragedy happen, it was just sickening. But man, obviously he's definitely gonna live on. Everybody got a story with
For
Kobe.
sure,
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
So for me to have one like guarding him and playing him, you know, and hearing other people, like I watched the redemption team the other day,
Yep.
and hearing like LeBron A stories, I'm like, dang, I got a story too.
Right.
So it's just like it's
That
kind of
was
sick.
crazy how he changed that whole team. You know, like
Yeah.
they was hanging out party. They said they got home. Kobe was working out.
Yeah,
at 5:30
6 in the morning.
And that might change the trajectory of a lot of those
Set the
guys'
tone.
careers. That's what's up though.
Oh yeah, he definitely is built different for sure. You can just tell, man. His whole aura, his swag, you just know he meant business.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, you know, on the subject of Kobe, like who was I mean, him being a player, he is. Who was like the toughest player you ever had to guard?
Toughest player for me have to guard. Skill wise, just coming up. Probably for me, probably was Steph and KD. And them two was on Golden State. Like, come on, man, them two together. So I go from chasing Steph around, like you can't leave him. Like anytime you relax, he running, he 100 miles. I'm just going from picking him up full court, chasing him through all these screens. Then it's switch. Now I gotta guard KD, who's 7 foot, who trying to post you up, shooting threes off one leg.
So that's
fade
real.
away.
What it look like on TV, that's what it feel like out there chasing.
Oh yeah, man, it's crazy. Like the skill level, like just the respect. Like people don't understand like how good people are, especially these guys, these two. Like people don't understand how good it's like Steph is. Like I can go in the gym. I'm a good shooter. Like I done shot 43, 44% from three for multiple years. And this man can go in a game and hit like 8 threes, 10 dribble moves.
Off the dribble, yeah.
And fade away and shoot.
Yeah.
I can go in the gym by myself, and he doing it with 6, 7 dudes on him and contesting and bumping and hitting them. Some people can go in the gym by themselves and still won't be able to make them shots. And he doing it with people all draped on him, hitting them physical. He's still doing it. So, man, that's his skill level is just crazy. The best shooter ever. Like I don't think it's even.
It's not close.
I don't think it's even close.
It's not close.
I mean, I still got Ray Allen number 2. And then after that, it can be Ray. I mean, shit, you can put Clay, Reggie. And you can. It's debatable.
Even Reggie didn't.
It's
He
debatable.
didn't shoot a lot of threes compared to the way they shoot them now.
Right.
I mean, 90s was different too. You know, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
do you think that, helped the game or hurt the game? Like when you had KD, Steph, Clay, and now you got everybody trying to play that type style of ball, but you don't got those type shooters.
Oh,
you think, you think that helped the NBA, kind of hurt the game? Like
the Lakers.
what you see now?
Like the Lakers.
I think it's just trendy. Everything's just trendy. It's crazy because when I first came to the league, it was mismatch basketball. Like, it wasn't even that many threes being shot in the game. Like, you might have 15 threes shot. Now in the game, you're getting 30, 40 threes. That's what I'm saying. So I think it's just trendy. It made the game more exciting. So anything that sells tickets, you know what I'm saying? You can't definitely be mad at
The
that.
scoring is back up though.
Yeah, the scoring up, it's exciting seeing people shoot all them threes and playing fast. So it's like the game got to evolve. It definitely can't stay the same. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep going. So the only thing I have a problem with is the kids sometimes. Like the NBA people, we got young kids trying to shoot threes and they throwing it from here and all that. Like
just picking up
let it develop. But as far as like the game of the league, man, I think it just made it more exciting for real. But I think at some point, it's now you're starting to see more big men starting to become dominant. At some point, it's gonna become all right. Now you gotta have a power forward and a center to win the chip.
Right.
So I feel like it's just trendy. It's gonna change at some point though.
So then, being where you come from, I think anybody that's successful, anybody that's doing well, we always owe it to our people, our race, our culture to pay it forward. Meaning, anything you learn that could help the next person along the way, I think that's our duty to get that back.
Oh yeah.
So at some point, it's gonna be another each one more.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be somebody that may take it farther than each one more. What's your advice to kids, to somebody who might be sleeping with their basketball?
Right.
Come up how you come up. Don't got much. Don't got hope, but this basketball in the dream is all they got. This football in the dream is all they got. What's your advice to that kid?
My thing is, man, you only get one shot. Especially like you say, you're already starting from the bottom, so why not try to give it, you know what I'm saying, your all. And man, if you work hard and just stay disciplined, man, you can really become whatever you want, like literally. Like, man, it's like literally like I'm walking proof. Like I said, I'm not 7 feet tall, I'm not 6'8". I never ran the fastest, I never jumped the highest, but I put in work. You know what I'm saying? Put in work, mentally strong, and you know what I'm saying through every step of my journey, I just always fought through, always persevered, and man, that's what I would say. You know what I'm saying? Just keep fighting, keep grinding, keep working, and never know. And stay the course, and stay true to yourself. Like you say, where we come from, our environment, it's a lot of distractions. It's this and that. It ain't cool if you ain't smoking weed. It ain't cool if you ain't got a Glock. Like, you know what I'm saying? But stay true to you. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't true, then don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay in your lane, whatever your lane is. And that's one thing I was always able to do in the midst of whoever was around. You know what I'm saying? If I'm with my street friends, I'm with my professional friends. Like, I'm always been able to stay me. I don't got to change.
I think that's big because kids, you know, everybody want to fit in and, you know, you want to do what the next person doing. But that's one thing I always been able to do, too. Right. Your true friends going to accept you for who you are. Right. And I come from the worst of the worst. Right. I've been there when my partners was jumping in the car about to do whatever. Right. That wasn't for me. Right. But I'm still your partner. I love you to death more than the guys you're jumping in the car with. Right. But you got to be able to stand up on your own and, you know, be like, hey, we all can't be gangsters. We all can't crash out. We all can't be the wild one. Right. Somebody got to be the one
to get out the car like Trey did.
Man.
Right. That part. Hey, facts.
Somebody got to be the thinker.
Yeah. Or even not even be, you know, like a guy like me. I wasn't able to get into the car. You know, I had homeboys that was like, you know what, man. You know, like
it's not you.
It's not you.
Sit your ass on the porch.
But I was never trying to be though. And you know, that being able to, like, you know, to piggyback on what you saying, to be able to be accepted as the person that you is. Right. That helped me along the way.
Because at this point, we taking it to a level that nobody took.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, even the guys who we came up that was hustling and we doing more financially, we doing more for the community and the neighborhood than they was ever able to do. Right. So it's like, it's benefits to being different and, you know what I'm saying?
Doing legal shit.
Yeah, for sure.
As I always taught, man.
We still connected with all the guys, but you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to step out and be different.
Oh yeah, got to.
There's nothing wrong with it.
If everybody the same, then you ain't never gonna go nowhere. You gotta have somebody that think outside the box. Somebody's gonna be like, nah, you tripping, man. What you doing? Yeah. Nah, we ain't about to get in there. Nah, you ain't about to get into it with them. Or, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta be the different one.
It's cool to be square.
Yeah, hey, that's why I
was nothing wrong with being square.
Man, my folks, my pops used to tell me, like, man, all the nerds end up, all the ones that's not cool and the nerds when you're young, being the one that end up popping older.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And
sure, longevity. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say you gotta be a nerd, man. We ain't never been no nerd. Like we say, we all dudes went to college. Yeah. Swag all still up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody still mess with us. We still able to go do whatever we want to. So man, there ain't nothing wrong at all with being yourself and, you know what I'm saying, staying grounded or focused to whatever you want to do.
I mean, so throughout your whole journey, you know, where you came up through Purdue, through the NBA, what's one of the most valuable lessons you learned, like, you know, life lessons, whether it came from a teammate, whether it came from a coach, whether it came from just the experiences, what's one of the most valuable life lessons you learned along the way?
I mean, it was a couple. One KG, Kevin Garnett, my rookie year, he told me, man, it was crazy. So, just said a little story. Man, on a plane ride, Doc Rivers, he come, obviously, he might be a Hall of Fame coach.
Definitely.
And before we come on the plane, he like, man, everybody be on time. If you ain't there, we leaving your ass. Man, first day I get there, first of all, KG, I'm a rookie duty. He asked me to go get him a 30-piece of hot wings from KFC. 30-piece hot wings from KFC. Whole bucket, 30-piece. I'm like, man, I don't want to be late. He gonna leave me. He like, nah, you good, young man, go ahead. Hey, man, I need my chicken. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take care of it. So I end up getting there, but I end up getting there on time, though. I'm so nervous. Like, damn, man, ain't gonna leave me. I'm a rookie. Fuck, I don't want them to leave me. I'm like flying to Denver or something all the way from Boston. So, man, I get there, get him the chicken. Next thing you know, KG, he the only one, man, he about 45 minutes late. I'm like, man, I thought Coach, you said you gonna leave us if we late. I go to ask everybody else, they nah, that's ticket. Nah, he ain't leaving the ticket. He got different rules from everybody else. They're like, shoot. They're like, he averaged 20 and 15, he ain't leaving that. Like everybody else, y'all be on time, but he he got different rules, so they're like, shit, they ain't leaving that. You know what I'm saying? So So I get that. So it's crazy. So we on the plane, whatever, and he would talk to us, man, a whole flight. So we flying to LA from Boston. He talking to us for 4 hours, just talking the whole time. And one of the lessons he told me, he's like, man, he like, always remember. And he always called me 7'4". He like 7'4".
Why you call you that?
GD?
He like 7'4".
GD?
He like 7'4".
That's big Vice Lord.
And he like, man, remember everything you do got worth. Like no matter what it is. He like, shit, the man that take trash out, that's the trash man at the janitor at the school, he got a worth. You know what I'm saying? It might not be a lot of people that want to do it. He like, everything you do in his league, and that was like a life lesson. I'm like, man, no matter what you do, it got worth. Like, shit, if you just a person that just, all I'm doing is
Set
rebounding. If
screens.
I'm just setting screens, if I'm just some person that just a good teammate, if I'm one that just shoot threes, like, everything you do got a worth.
You mean something to the bigger picture.
Yeah, that's even in life. Like, you know what I'm saying, if you in business or you trying to grind, like everything you do got a worth to it. Got value to it. So that was one of the lessons that I learned. That I thought that was invaluable. And by the way, too, KG, man, it got him a 30-piece. Man, he done ate about 3 wings out the whole 30-piece. The rest of the shit got cold. He didn't throw away. I'm like, nigga, you done down there had me late, missed the plane, and you only ate 3 pieces of chicken?
Crazy.
Every time.
That's
like,
crazy.
I need my chicken.
Hey.
They ain't gonna leave.
And he only ate 3 pieces. I'm like, man, I did all this. You only ate 3 pieces of 3 wings. But that was a lesson though, man, that I learned. Just along the way, just one of them. Obviously, it's a lot of them, but that was one that stand out that I never forget. Like, every time, I'm like, man, you got worth. So anytime I walk in the room, I always got confidence. Like, no matter if I'm around, because now I'm into business, so I can be around fucking billionaires, rich people. I can be around anybody, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, no matter what I do, you always got something to bring to the table. So, shit,
and you come to any room as yourself at all times.
Yeah, I'm not coming as myself, man. Like, I always can bring something to the table, no matter how little or big it is, you know what I'm saying? Everything got a worth to it, so that's something that...
I mean, you want to speak on some things you got going on outside of basketball? Like, you know, it's later in your career. I know you got other business interests. You want to talk about anything else you got going on?
Oh yeah, man. I do a lot of business adventures. That's been like my, second segue. I'm not done with basketball. I know I'm still want to play, but afterwards, that's doing a business. I got McAllister's restaurant, McAllister's Deli. Got 2 of them in Ohio. That's pretty cool. I do real estate. I got my newest project I just closed on. Breaking news.
What's your block exclusive?
Man, I'm developing an airport in Dallas. Dallas Executive Airport, and that's big.
Congratulations.
First of all, ain't too many black people doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially not young.
So I can fly directly into there?
Yeah, if you want to see, if we get some
thanks,
PJs, we
man.
hook you up,
I need
man.
all the perks.
We hook you up, say they the perks.
Clear
Come on,
part.
man. You know I'm gonna look out.
Cussing them out, so I know the owner.
I know at the airport. So that's one of my biggest things that I got going now, and that's just huge, man. It's like life changing. It's like generational changing, and it just bring a whole nother respect. Like you ain't just an athlete. Like I'm more than an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Businessman, and like you say, everything you do got worth. Like I feel like ain't nothing I can do. So to, you know what I'm saying, break into this segment segue is pretty dope.
Yeah, as black men, that's just important too, to show that we more than streets, we more than run and jump and dribble, that we are, you know what I'm saying, intellectual, we are business minded. We can use our resources and come together too and do, it's all about opportunity. So the more that we own ownership, the more we can give ourselves opportunities and stuff too. So I do think that's important and should be commended for real.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so just listening to your whole journey, what is it like now from going to, the kid from Guthrie, your journey through the NBA to now Etwan, the family man.
Right.
Being a little bit older. What is that like now?
Yeah, I know it's crazy. Growing up somehow, man. I'm 33 now. I'm growing up a little bit, but yeah, man, it's just pretty dope. You know what I'm saying, man. My family pretty tight. Subject I didn't really speak about a lot, but shit, you know what I'm saying. My sister, my brother. Said being in
my boy E.
Right.
Cage.
Been with them in the house, you know what I'm saying? That's why I got my first toughness. I'm the youngest, so they used to beat up on me. My sister, you know what I'm saying? Get it to her. My sister, my older brother.
I'm the youngest too, man. I know how that goes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They used to try to bully.
He became the biggest.
They try to do stuff. They try to punk you for being a little brother. Like, hey, I'm supposed to look out for me, man.
Jerk, what up? What up? But yeah, man, but I'm saying, being in the house with them. Like I said, the structure, my mama, my pops.
Yeah.
They ain't play no games. They ain't take no shit. You know what I'm saying? My pops, he'd have whooped my ass when I was younger, so I'm saying I knew not to get out of pocket. But yeah, man, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Being family on there, and then my daughter, she playing softball, and she got it. She nice, like she hitting the home runs, like she smacked. So it's kind of dope saying that. And just going into that next phase, man, just, you know what I'm saying, and enjoying life.
I just think that's dope too. You touched on your pops for a minute. I mean, you know, being in the city, like a lot of us didn't have 2-parent households.
Right.
You come from a 2-parent household. I come from a 2-parent household.
Right.
There was so many benefits
Man,
to that, you know. So like a lot of structure, a lot of discipline, a lot of values, a lot of morals. Like I just learned a lot of stuff being in that household.
Support too, but you know what I'm saying? Like my pops, your pops, all our games, they there. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be vocal in the crowd. They gonna be. They'll push you on and push
going
you
crazy.
It was like average wasn't gonna be accepted. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had an average game, you don't see your old man after that. He gonna tell you about it.
Exactly. And it's crazy, like no matter what hardships your parents went through, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm basically in the projects with 2-parent household, but I mean I'm not registered on. I just know these are my parents, but at the same time, I'm growing up like I don't want to let my pop, like he said. I used to go like, I don't want to let my pops down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm coming home like, ain't no way I can go to a game and be soft. Ain't no way I can come home after that. My pops, man, you let him elbow you in the head and you ain't elbowing back. He'll come smack me in the head. You know
just
what I'm
having
saying?
that structure help, because it's like you say, you don't let your parents down. I'm like, then I had, older brothers, and it was like, I never wanted to finish below them. I'm like, so I got to try to do more than what my brothers did. So. That all that helps.
So ain't nothing like having that support system, man. That's why I always try to give back as much as possible. So I know what it's like to have it, but I had friends and partners that didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, some of them did. Some of them, some area where ain't no telling what they doing. But I feel like if they'd have had that same support system out of here, like, damn, they could have made it to the league, or they could have did the same exact thing. I had some friends, obviously, that was just as good as me. I felt. That they just didn't have that same kind of structure that if they did, like they'd have made it for us. So that's why now I stay trying to give back, stay connected as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? So some people that don't have it, you know what I'm saying, can have some support.
Yeah, that's why I think it's important you tell your story to somebody who might just be looking and need that extra push or need that little extra little format for the discipline. Like they may not have it in the house, but now everything is accessible through the internet. I can turn on the podcast or interview and get all the motivation I need. So I think that's important. But now we're coming to close and wrapping it up. The Butcher Block is not just sports. We also hip hop, fashion. So you riding in your car. What you listening to right now? It's a lot of good music out, from Freddie Gibbs to Lil Baby, Jeezy. What you listening to right now?
Man, you already said it. You already said it for me. You said who you listening to?
I threw you out.
You threw me.
You going Austin Reeves?
Nah. I was just like I say, I like everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm messing. I like Dirk, Baby. Gibbs for him being from the 219. Gotta give him. Gotta ride with him. But the city been crazy, man. It's pretty dope to see him. You know what I'm saying? Start from where you came from and keep going.
Just being going up.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Jeezy, one of my top 5 favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? For me personally.
Big Snow.
Just Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. Like you say, I'm growing up in '83, and you hear somebody talking about being tough and you know what I'm saying, making it through the streets and getting the grind. So them days you know what I'm saying, before games, I'm getting geeked to Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Going out there trying to give everybody 30. So
you mentioned that, man. It's crazy. I remember coming home in college. My first summer was like 04. And I was standing on Guthrie, and I swear 20 cars rolled by. 20 cars was playing Trap or Die. That's how big Jeezy
crazy.
was. Like it was the craziest thing I had ever heard. Honestly, just touch on that subject for a minute. It was going crazy.
Going crazy. So I was like that time. I don't know. I just those are times I remember the most. You know what I'm saying? So let's remember though. Every time I hear those songs, like even hearing Jeezy now. Like it take me back to those days. I ain't even really thinking about what he even rapping about now. It just take me back to them days where you know what I'm saying, when we grinding, we coming up through, you know what I'm saying, through the trenches, and we trying to make it out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that always, you know what I'm saying, play in my head. So
cool, man. Take it back.
Smooth, what's your favorite city to party? I don't know you don't do too much partying.
Nah, I have fun.
You kick it a little bit. So what would you say is your favorite city to kick it in?
My favorite cities to kick it in, probably Miami. Gotta be Miami. Florida.
Houston. Miami was my favorite. I think Houston might.
You think Houston might get it? But you gotta think about it though. Houston always been nice, but I feel like Houston now is starting to get the notoriety from everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, ever since the pandemic, you have to think about Texas and Florida, the only two places that was open.
It was open.
So now everybody started going down there.
Shout out to Rallo. Pull up tomorrow.
So during the pandemic, everybody started going down there. The more the clubs and everything started popping. Everybody started selling all the turkey leg hood on IG and all that. So I think it kind of like made it more popping even more, where everybody's starting to go down there. But I don't know. To me, Miami number one.
I done had my best times in Miami, man.
Yeah, I ain't never missed a good time, man.
It's nothing like getting the 5-course meal in the back rub.
Oh yeah, for
sure. It's nothing like it.
Eat some wings.
It's nothing like it.
You already know it.
It's nothing like it.
And then it's like, you know what I'm saying? I like being around a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? I got Spanish, black. Like I can be around whatever I want to. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I like that fact too. Like in Miami, I can go a little hole in the wall. Around all black people, I can go.
You ain't gonna miss in Miami for sure.
Yeah, so I ain't never had a bad time.
I'm sure East Chicago helped out with that. You know, we got
we
up in East.
We learn to appreciate the Spanish.
Sure. Everybody, hey,
Polish people,
all my Boricuas.
Salute.
Everybody, for sure. No, for sure, man. But yeah, no, man, for me, Miami. If I had to choose one, for me, it's gonna be Miami. For sure.
We want to talk about some NBA predictions. Who you like and what you feel like as far as Danny Ainge with the Minnesota trade.
Right.
What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on Donovan Mitchell going to Cleveland? I mean, who you liking and what you think about them trades? And
like the trades? No, it's crazy. I used to know the league now. Like, man, every year you got people going here, there, so many transactions. It ain't no stability like it used to be, but man, it's still exciting. I like some of the young teams coming up. Like Memphis is one of my favorite teams to watch. Sure. Like watching Ja go crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it reminded me of like watching like the old AI during the 2000s. Some
early D Rose.
Yeah, it's like crazy. So what I'm saying, seeing people like that starting to come up, and it's starting to be a whole other wave. Like. Yeah. The Top Guns the guy that was Top Guns, it's starting to fall off. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a natural progression.
A whole nother young breed.
Shout out to Duke Jr.
It's a whole nother young breed of talent. You know what I'm saying? That's coming up. That you starting to see this about to overtake the league. But I mean, Boston, one of my favorite teams to watch. Yeah. You know, Tatum and them, man, they just they go hard. Like man, every night. Like I ain't seen them back down. They tough. I mean, but for me, the favorite, like you can't until you beat Golden State, man. They still can't.
They so deep.
Yeah. But they can't give it up to their management though. You know what I'm saying? Like how every year you find the teams, like you said, we got a team like the Lakers that need shooting. You're like, man, like why you ain't get it? But every year Golden State got more than enough. Right. So like you can't if you hating on them, I feel like you just a hater.
Like a guy like Wiggins, they brought something out of Wiggins that we had.
They put him in a comfortable role. You instead of being the lead dog, you third, fourth option.
Crazy. Right. Then they draft like Jordan Poole, Big Wyatt, like they're making them draft pick. Even Kuminga, like he gonna be nice. So it's like
they set for the future.
Yeah. So that's crazy. So watching them, man. But
so you touched on Boston too. You think they the best duo, Tatum and Brown, right now?
I would have to say so. Yeah, they the best duo. They do so much. They control the whole game. They do so much for their team. You know what I'm saying?
I think they both play on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and they playing D, and they guarding the best players, and they trying to come at you and give you 40 every night too. So I got a lot of respect for them for sure.
So what would be your ideal situation right now?
Huh?
What would be your ideal situation right now on the NBA team?
My team, for me, for sure after being there 11 years, for me it'd probably be like a contender for me to go for like an NBA team. Right. I mean a playoff team that that's trying to contend and need a little piece, need some depth, need some shooting, need another guard. Yeah, man. Yeah. I know, man. I don't know how I got to be a veteran, but man, time flies. Last 3-4 years, I'd have been the second oldest on the team. I'm like, hey, I done went from the youngest to the oldest real quick. Yeah. But no, man, it's been pretty dope. But,
that's one thing I always saw, like throughout your career, like watch your game. You get in, like you always been ready. You always been ready. It's never like you don't got to come in and get warmed up. No, you hit it. You hit Twan, he gonna knock it down. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure, gotta get to it, man. And like you say, like I don't know. I always felt like people like me, like you don't get multiple chances. I only get one shot. If I fuck up this one shot, I ain't gonna never get another chance. You know what I'm saying? So every moment I had, I try to, you know what I'm saying, make sure I took advantage of it because. If not, I'll be gone, So that was always the chip on my shoulder. Like I gotta go try to do my thing. I gotta try to kill it. Cause if not, if I ain't ready, then they go get it to somebody else. So just always have that competitive, you know what I'm saying, edge on your shoulder. Man, Minnesota, I don't know. They're interesting. I mean, they young, but with that big lineup, you know what I'm saying, with Cat and Gobert, it's still interesting to see how it's gonna look. I mean, we're only 2 weeks into the season. Yeah, sure. They've been a little up and down. But I don't know. We're gonna see. But that West so stacked though. Yeah. They still that's gonna be tough. Cause you got Phoenix.
Still got the Clippers.
You got the Clippers. New Orleans. Oh yeah. New Orleans. That's another thing. I forgot New Orleans earlier. New Orleans. New Orleans tough.
I think New Orleans,
they just as deep as going crazy.
They just as deep as Golden State and the Clippers.
I ain't gonna say that.
No, I'm talking about if you look through 1 through 10, 1 through 12 with guys that
the young dudes that get off the bench going crazy.
Got guys. They got the right pieces.
Yeah, I like that.
They got the right pieces. They
like Valanciunas. I like
they don't got the stars like Golden State. They got good pieces that fit.
Yeah, but they need to keep Zion healthy. If Zion stay healthy, I mean, obviously that's gonna be a key.
That's the key.
Yeah, keep him healthy, man. But yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, New Orleans, like I said, man, it's a whole. Man, you starting to see the changeover, man. A couple years, you know what I'm saying, seeing the young guys rise and seeing them starting to shine, do their thing. But man,
because right now it's LeBron in year 20. KD, those guys older. You got Luka, you got Ja, you got Zion. It's almost like it's their league now.
It's like their league, and trust me, those other guys, they know it, they feel it. Yeah. Like you heard KD, I think he might have said the other day, he like, man, you see, Ja hit the future, and it's a whole nother respect. Like even before they come on the court, they know they're like, man, we gotta have our shit together. That's gonna bust our ass.
Yeah, he moving like I used to move type.
Right, exactly. So just saying I'm crazy. I mean, then you got a Greek freak, Giannis. You got to think about it. Giannis ain't even 30 yet.
He only a year 10.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not even 30 years old.
Yeah, he ain't even 30 yet.
It's like he almost just hitting his prime. Like
he's still getting better. It's like how you getting better still? You know what I'm saying? Even an all-star won a chip. So just to see that, man, I think the game in a great space. And man, it's exciting to see. Like even me not playing like exactly at this moment, like it's just fun just even turning on the game and just seeing it, seeing all the level of competition, seeing all these teams get better. But teams can use my services though. You're right. You're right. Hey, I'm ready, man. I'm in the gym. Hey, I'm staying in the gym.
We ready to get back on the road, hit a couple games,
for sure,
for sure. In closing, man, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem,
first
man.
Guest.
I appreciate the Bush Block having me. Know it's all love, always. Always home team, man.
Beyond measure, man. We appreciate it, man. It's the Butcher Block.